An astounding fact: during the height of the Second World War, a single conflict that spanned 6 continents and all of the world's oceans, every 3 seconds, a person was killed. This devastating global conflict, which lasted from 1939 to 1945, was the most widespread war in human history, impacting millions of lives and shaping the course of the 20th century. It all began in September 1939. Germany, under the dictatorship of Adolf Hitler, invaded Poland in a Blitzkrieg, or lightning war. This invasion was a blatant violation of international law, and it prompted Britain and France to declare war on Germany. Thus, the Second World War was sparked. The initial phase of the war was marked by rapid German advances. By June 1940, Germany had conquered most of Western Europe, including France. However, Britain, under the leadership of Winston Churchill, resisted the German Air Force's relentless bombardment, known as the Battle of Britain. This resistance marked a turning point in the war, proving that the German military machine was not invincible. Meanwhile, in the East, the Soviet Union had been initially collaborating with Germany. However, in June 1941, Hitler broke the pact and launched Operation Barbarossa, a massive invasion of the Soviet Union. Although the Soviets suffered heavy losses, they managed to halt the German advance at the Battle of Moscow in December 1941. The entry of the United States into the war in December 1941, following the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, further shifted the balance of power. The United States provided a significant boost to the Allies' resources and manpower, which began to turn the tide against the Axis powers. From 1942 to 1943, the Allies won decisive victories in multiple theaters. The Battle of Stalingrad marked a major defeat for Germany on the Eastern Front, while in the Pacific, the Battle of Midway significantly weakened the Japanese Navy. The final phase of the war, from 1944 to 1945, saw the Allies closing in on Germany from both the East and the West. The D-Day landings in June 1944 marked the beginning of the end for Nazi Germany. By May 1945, both Hitler and Mussolini were dead, and Germany surrendered unconditionally. In the Pacific, the war continued until August 1945. After the devastating atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan surrendered, marking the end of the Second World War. To recap, the Second World War was a global conflict that lasted from 1939 to 1945. It began with Germany's invasion of Poland and ended with Japan's surrender following the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Key turning points in the war included Britain's resistance during the Battle of Britain, the Soviet Union's defeat of Germany at the Battle of Moscow, and the United States' entry into the war following the attack on Pearl Harbor. This war marked a major shift in global power dynamics and set the stage for the Cold War, which would dominate international politics for the next half-century. It also led to significant advancements in technology and warfare, as well as the establishment of the United Nations, in an effort to maintain international peace and prevent another global conflict. The Second World War was an unprecedented event in human history. It brought out the worst and best in humanity, demonstrating both our capacity for destruction and our ability to unite in the face of a common enemy. Despite the devastation, it served as a catalyst for significant changes that have shaped the world